Hi, my name is Ayush Kishore. I train full-time at Celsius Tennis Academy. I don't take this opportunity for granted. Every day I try my best to improve my game so I can be a professional player. I want to show you how I train and take you on my journey.
Day 10. Today we're going to work on situational points with an emphasis on volley. To bring our volley work full circle, we're going to add the transition shot today to the volleys. We've already done some technique work with feeds. We've also done some volley points where Ayush already starts out at the net. But today we're going to take one step further back and start with the transition or the approach shot, where he actually has to hit a good shot, follow that shot in, and then play out the point at the net. Specifically, we're going to do approach down the line, where he's going to come in off the forehand or the backhand down the line and play out the point. We're going to do another drill where I'm going to float the ball up to him, just like an opponent would if he hits a really good shot in the corner, and he's going to hit a swing volley off of that and then play out the point at the net. And finally, we're also going to do a bunch of cross courts, where if he gets a short ball, he's going to change direction, hit the ball down the line, come in and play out the point that way. The reason for today's practice to be in a point format is because oftentimes that it's a lot of fun for players, that's one. And also it provides a challenge to keep the intensity high. A lot of times when the challenge is to beat your own target or you're only working with feeds, it's difficult to stay motivated, it's not as fun, and the bar has not been set. You could be satisfied with a lower level of performance because you feel on that day that you did your best. But when you do the same drill in a point situation against a good player, the stakes are higher, and the other person in some ways is responsible for setting the bar. Today's practice, we're going to have Coley, who's a player at the University of Florida, and obviously a really good player. So it's going to be very challenging for Ayush, and I think we're going to enjoy the practice a lot, and I hope you do the same. Oh, too good. I want to address a misconception. A lot of times people say that if you work hard, you get better, but the key is in understanding the definition of hard work. It's not simply the most amount of physical labor that you can endure. That's not the only definition or the only way that you could understand what hard work is. I think we worked really hard, but it was a lot of fun as well, and that helped Ayush understand the type of situations he's going to be in when he's playing matches, and got him ready for him. A famous player once told me that through a period of his career, he was working very, very hard physically, and his ranking just kept dropping. And then he started doing things a little bit different, where he wasn't spending as much time on court or even off court in his training, but he was playing some of the best tennis of his life. And the reason is, if you could work smart, if you could figure out a way to improve that works for you, then you don't have to do a lot of things that are just kind of time fillers. His specific example, he started doing a lot of endurance work, he started doing a lot of longer runs, and he actually found himself getting a lot slower on court. But then when he started lifting a lot with his legs in the years after, he was able to change directions better, he had a lot more strength with his legs, and for the type of work that tennis requires, you need that work a lot more than you do, slower, longer runs. So it's important as coaches that we do the research that's necessary to try to find the best way to train the players. The players will pretty much do whatever we tell them. They don't know any better, so the responsibility is on us. And if we can't find the best, smartest way to make our players work where they'll get better, then it's really our fault. So a lot of times when players with a lot of talent, great physicality don't develop, it's really not them. It's because they just weren't given the right guidance. And I hope to be able to put my ego aside, do as much research as possible, and ask as many people as I can for help so that I can help my players the best I can.
No matter how challenging it gets, I'll never quit. I'll see you tomorrow.